Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, Week 11 is wrapped up. We are moving into Week 12. There are some very good games this week. We got the holidays going on, so we got some good Thanksgiving games, got some great Sunday slated games, a shitty Monday night game in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. And look, my overall record so far is 95-69. I'm very happy with that, but we are never satisfied, so I need to improve upon that. So without further ado, let's get into these picks. All right, so first up, we got the Bills and the Lions. And look, I really wish it was not a Thanksgiving tradition for the Lions to play on Thanksgiving. But in a few more years, that those tables might turn, and we actually might get some good Lions football on Thanksgiving from here on out. But granted, the Lions have played some good football these last few weeks. Dan Campbell, I think they got like 3 wins in a row. Yeah, man, they've been chugging along. They're moving themselves out of the QB race for Bryce Young for whatever reason, but hey, it is what it is. These guys want to win. Dan Campbell wants to prove that he's a very good coach, which I already thought he was, man. I just don't understand why you guys think you guys can keep Jared Goff next year and have a good amount of success. But it is what it is. Either way, they're playing the Bills this week, and, you know, the Lions are going to lose. The Lions are going to lose to the Bills. The Bills still have a lot to prove, in my opinion. While they did get a win last week, it wasn't the most satisfying. I think that the Bills know that they can play better football than they have been playing these last few weeks. The Bills know that they are just a much better team than what they've shown in the last 3 games. Like I said, they did beat the Browns, but it wasn't a very convincing win. I think the Bills want to get back to beating teams the way they were in the first couple weeks of the season, or the first like 4 or 5 weeks in the season, except for the Ravens game because they had to come back. But they want to get back to playing football like that, and I think they do. They unlocked that this week, and they beat I'm losing my wording here, but they beat the Lions 34-20. All right, so next up we got the Cowboys and Giants, and look, I knew the Cowboys were going to win, but I did not know they were going to beat the shit out of the Vikings like that. My God. Oh, my goodness. That finger-licking pass rush is starting to look better and better. Oh, my. Well, it's looking better as long as you use Micah Parsons the way you need to and don't stand him up in the backfield. Don't have this guy be a coverage backer. Have this guy be a missile, a torpedo, and go straight for the quarterback. You will be successful. And it's going to be the same success this week. Look, it's a divisional game, so I don't think the Cowboys blow them out. I don't think the Cowboys step on the Giants like they did the Vikings. The Giants are definitely going to compete to a certain extent. I do just, however, think the Cowboys are a much better team. That was a very big momentum win for them last week. And honestly, the Giants are just looking like... Look, the Giants got a pretty tough schedule coming ahead, man. I think they play the Commanders twice. They play the Cowboys. They still got to play maybe, the Eagles one more time. Yeah, then they play the Vikings. Yeah, so it's getting hard for them. They got a really rough end of the year schedule. It's not as easy as it once looked in the beginning, and you know the Giants season is just kind of heading downhill as long as you got Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones just ain't the guy. Y'all will figure that out over the offseason, but he's gonna get killed this week, and it's not gonna be a blowout though. I got the Cowboys definitely winning this one though, 26-20. All right, and for our last Thursday night game for Thanksgiving, we have the Vikings and Patriots. And look, this is where I'm at with this game. While the Patriots can definitely steal a win, here's where I'm at with this. The Vikings scored 3 points last week, and I know for a fact Kevin O'Connell is not going to let that happen again. And granted, while the Patriots defense and Bill Belichick are very good at scheming and planning, and honestly, apparently they didn't even have to plan for Zach Wilson. They just probably... Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. There was a report that came out that saying Bill Belichick basically skipped over their week of playing the Jets and got ready for the Vikings 2 weeks ahead. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that. They probably just had the same game plan they did for Zach Wilson in the first game, and he couldn't beat it. Like, it's just that easy to beat him. But look, while the Patriots defense is very good and Kirk Cousins does have his hands full this week, I just don't think the Vikings get embarrassed like that in their home field, on their home field again. Like that was ridiculous. 40-3 at home. That just ain't gonna happen again. There's no way in hell. I would honestly, like I said, the Patriots can definitely pull this game away, but Mac Jones definitely still has issues of his own that he has to overcome, and I think the Vikings can definitely expose him for that. And I really think just this week, the Patriots are going to have to be more reliant on their offense to actually win this game, and it's just not going to happen. So with that being said, I have the Vikings winning this one 27-24. All right, and for our Sunday games, look, our first one up, we got the Texans and Dolphins. I'm going to make this quick. It's the Dolphins, 34-17, easily. It's just, if you've seen Davis Mills these past few weeks, if you watch Texans play football, you already know what I'm talking about. There's no need to go into this topic further. The Dolphins win. All right, and next up we got another game that I wish they would just go ahead and stream on Tubi because nobody wants to watch this. We got the Broncos and the Panthers, and Sam Darnold is set to make his debut on Sunday. Will that help the Panthers at all? Probably. It could, because, I mean... I don't know what to make of the Broncos, man. Actually, it's not even the Broncos at this point. It's Russell Wilson. I'm not sure what to make of Russell Wilson, and y'all can blame y'all whatever's on Melvin Gordon too for his fumbling issues, but I promise you it starts with the quarterback, Mr. Broncos country, and honestly the ride just hasn't worked since the very first press conference that the dude had for the damn Broncos, because it's just getting bad for them, man. It's getting real hard to watch Russell Wilson play football every week. It's getting real hard to watch his regression. I don't know what's happened. Russell Wilson used to be one of my favorites, man. Now it's just getting real sad to watch him play football. Granted, they're playing the Panthers and they're playing Sam Darnold. I do think, look, Patrick Surtain is going to be on DJ Moore, and while, Patrick Surtain had his hands full last week, he's going to put DJ Moore in hell. Like, they're not really, the Panthers offense just ain't really going to be able to get nothing going. Is the Broncos offense? That's all up to Russell Wilson. The offense will get as much as they can going, and with that being said, I got the Broncos winning this one 20-13. Am I very confident in that? Not really, because like I said, Sam Darnold's out there, and while Sam Darnold's not the best quarterback in the world, he can shock them. It could be like a surprising upset, and I was thinking for a second I could pick the Panthers, but no, I'm gonna stay with the Broncos. Nope, yeah, I'm gonna stay with the Broncos. Ugh, it's a shame. It's only because I know Patrick Surtain is gonna put DJ Moore in hell, and I'm not really sure how the Panthers score, but the Broncos don't really make scoring easy on themselves either, so. Let's hope the Broncos get this win. All right, so for a far more interesting matchup, we got the Bengals versus the Titans. Look, this one I'm very intrigued about because these are two very good teams, or these are two teams fighting for playoff hunts. Like I said, the Titans actually have been thoroughly impressive. I didn't think they were going to beat the Packers last week. They actually did very well. They play good ball. Mike Vrabel is a very good coach, man. He's able to scheme up very good game plans, and I'm just impressed with that man week by week. But look, this week is going to be crazy because Jamar Chase could possibly be coming back, and here's where I'm at with this game. If Jamar Chase plays, the Titans DB core sucks, period. Point blank, period. And the Bengals wide receiving core is out of this world. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Now, if Jamar Chase didn't play and they only had T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, I would probably pick the Titans. But I know for a fact that Jamar Chase is definitely probably going to push himself to play on Sunday, and I think that receiving core is just too much for the Titans to handle. I think those three receivers are just way too much for that DB core, and Joe Burrow is going to be dotting them up all over the place. It will be a very tight game. It will be a very good contest, but at the end of the day, I got the Bengals winning this one 27-24. All right, so next up we got the Bears and the Jets. And look, Justin Fields may not play on Sunday, but here's my thing. The Jets' defense is too spectacular, and honestly, I think that Justin Fields was going to hit a wall when he played this team either way. Granted, if the Jets give Zach Wilson another chance, which it's seeming more and more likely they will start him during the game. If they give him a chance and he stinks it up, which I think he will, I honestly think, I don't think the Bears can win this because I'm hoping that the Jets pull him. I'm hoping at some point this kid gets benched and they put Flacco out there, and then the Jets not even miraculously, the Bears just can't seem to get a win, and it's just getting harder and harder on Fields every week to carry the load. And this Jets defense will be his his toughest task in the last however many weeks since he's been going off, man. This Jets defense is really good. They're going to be able to contain, and Fields is just going to have to make a lot of plays. This week, honestly, is a big test for Fields to see just how spectacular this man is and how much he can put the team on his back. Granted, he has his little shoulder injury and he's questionable to play, so I don't know if he pushes through. I want to pick the Jets either way, though, in this situation, just because I know the defense is too much to handle, and somehow, some way, I know that offense will be able to score. If it's not Zach Wilson, hopefully they scheme up some way. Honestly, just bench Zach Wilson and you easily win. If Zach Wilson doesn't play it, you can easily say the Jets are going to win this. But if Zach Wilson plays, it's going to be up in the air. Well, the Jets win either way, but whatever the score is up in the air. But I'm picking the Jets to win this one 24-17. All right, next up we got the Falcons and Commanders, and I'm very upset about this matchup because I actually think the Commanders can win. Look, while Taylor Heineke has been the starter, and while he didn't throw a touchdown last week, the Commanders win in very impressive ways. One, their defense is actually really good. They actually play very good football, and honestly, just if I'm looking at the last 4 or 5 games that both of these teams have played, the Falcons don't give me a lot of confidence in their game plans to actually win this game here. The way the Falcons have played football these last couple weeks has just not been encouraging at all. It's not giving me anything. It's not leaving me with any confidence to actually pick them to beat the Commanders. Like I said, the Commanders have shown grit. The Commanders have shown fight, and the Falcons lack that. And with Kyle Pitts out for the season, while I do wish you a very speedy recovery, it's not like they used him anyway. So, they're not really going to miss much of Kyle Pitts, but at the same time, it's like, dude, Like I said, the Falcons could just never. The Falcons could never find a way to get their best weapon included in the offense. The Drake London just phased out. Cordell Patterson was injured, and honestly, Marcus Mariota just ain't that guy. It's just getting It's not getting painfully obvious every week like Davis Mills, but Mariota just ain't the guy. The Falcons know that. They're doing what they can with him, but I think the Commanders have enough to beat them on both ends, on the offense and the defense. So I got the Commanders winning this one 26-23. So next up we got the Browns and the Bucks. And look, I apologize because the last few weeks I keep thinking Deshaun Watson's coming back. He is coming back next week against the Texans. That is true. That is when it's happening. We got one more week with Jacoby Brissett, but he's playing against the Tom Brady who got his actual wife back the football. And look, you're not beating Brady. Look, the Bucks have all the momentum going into this week, in my opinion. One, they're coming off a bye, they're rested. Tom Brady is back with the love of his life, and when him and the pigskin are tying the knot together, who can stop them? Well, we'll find out. But the Browns ain't going to be the one to stop them. Look, this is Jacoby Brissett's last week. He's done well. He's done his best, and I've said this the last 2 weeks, but I'm just waiting on this is his farewell. This is his final goodbye. Look, the Bucks know that they have the playoffs in their sights, and they can definitely get there. They can easily win this division. They probably will end up winning the division and setting themselves up for a nice little playoff run because it's Tom Brady. Whoever counted you out, we almost did, buddy. But you definitely proved us wrong in that regard. So I got the Bucks winning this one, 30-23. All right. So next up, we got the Ravens and the Jaguars. And look, I'll say this: the Jaguars can possibly surprise us. They could possibly punch us in the mouth and set us up for a very surprising little upset here. I could see it. I could definitely see it happening. But will it? No, I definitely got the Ravens winning this one. Look, the defense is just looking immaculate. I hope Kyle Hamilton, gets a speedy recovery. I hope Ronnie Stanley injury isn't too severe because they need those. They need those two as much as humanly possible, and they are very pivotal pieces both to the offense and the defense, especially Ronnie Stanley to that offensive line. But look, the Ravens offense just needs to start clicking. Demarcus Robinson stepped up huge last week. They just need to figure out the run game. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins probably still has a way back before he's stepping on the field, but they got to get Gus back. They got to get Mark Andrews involved. They got to find a way to get this offense ready because this defense is honestly playing to the level of Lamar's rookie season, where the defense was able to handle like a majority of the workload and just have Lamar come in and game manage. But we need Lamar. We need the offense. We need those guys to step up and put points on the board so this defense is not tired out. This defense is absolutely incredible, though. They're going to be able to handle Trevor Lawrence and those Jags. The offense just got to put up points and we'll be all right. And I think we do so. So I got the Ravens winning this one 27-23. All right, so next up we got the Raiders and Seahawks. And look, congrats, Raiders. You beat the Broncos. Pat yourselves on the back because you got to win. It's not a very impressive win, but it is still a win at the end of the day. Look, you're playing an actual football team this weekend. I think it's just going to get very hard for you guys again. Granted, Devontae Adams will have a good game, but it's Devontae Adams. Duh, that's going to happen week to week. But the Seahawks are just too good. Geno Smith is too great. Pete Carroll is back in his bag. And it's a pretty easy pick for me. I got the Seahawks winning this one 26-17. All right, so next up we got the Cardinals and Chargers. And look, I'm definitely going to do research on this myself, but I think, the Colts were the midseason Hard Knocks team last year, and they had kind of a falling off. And now this year, the Cardinals are the Hard Knocks team, the midseason Hard Knocks team, and they're having a fall off as well. Well, they honestly have never been able to get on track all season, but they're in Hard Knocks now, and now it's getting worse and worse every week. Look, I don't know where I'm at with this game because the Chargers, they've got it bad. The Chargers just can't catch a break at all, albeit the Cardinals are honestly, in my opinion, getting it way worse. They're just getting stepped on week by week. They're just not able to handle anything. The Chargers, they got Justin Herbert, and if I had to pick between him and Modern Warfare Kyler, I'm going to pick Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen, is still a good weapon. It's just the Cardinals don't give me a lot of faith in anything they do offensively or defensively. Colt McCoy was playing, but like I said, even with Kyler out there, they still look lost. They still look depleted. They don't look like they're on the same page all out there. The Cardinals just look out of sorts, out of whack. And the Chargers definitely still can, in my opinion, can get it together enough to make some sort of playoff run, enough to secure maybe some sort of seed in the AFC. And with that being said, I got the Chargers winning this one 27-24. All right, so next up we got the Niners and Saints. And look, while the Saints win against the Rams, in my opinion, was impressive because I didn't see them doing that to the Rams. At least Chris Olave, I didn't see him torching the Rams defense like that. Chris Olave has been very good. He's a stud, man. I'm very impressed by what I've seen from that kid. But look, the Rams are just too much on the offensive and defensive end for these guys. They got McCaffrey, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Elijah Mitchell. They just got way too many. George Kittle, just way too many weapons at Kyle Shanahan's despair. And the defense, like I said, Nick Bosa, it's just too much. It's just too much for the Saints to handle on either end. So with that being said, I got the Niners winning this one 33-20. All right, so next up we got the Rams and Chiefs. I'm going to be quick with this one. Doesn't matter if Matthew Stafford's playing or not. It's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs, Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, the Chiefs. It's as simple as that. It's the Chiefs. However, I will say this. I kind of want to get my campaign started for the Travis Kelce Offensive Player of the Year award. Look, Tyreek Hill can still possibly make 2,000 scrimmage yards, and while that is very impressive, look, Travis Kelce, if Travis Kelce ends with at least 110 receptions, 1,400 yards, and 22 TDs, which he is definitely on pace to do so, if he ends with that, I think Travis Kelce should be looked upon as the Offensive Player of the Year because 22 TDs, 1,400 yards, and 110 receptions is ridiculous. Honestly, what he's done now so far, Travis Kelce, I'm not even Mahomes. Mahomes is Mahomes. Mahomes is the best quarterback in football, just an absolute monster when it comes to playing football. Being a quarterback, Mahomes is that guy. Travis Kelce makes playing football just look way too easy, and it's honestly like watching a work of art being made. It's like watching art just being put on display when Travis Kelce's playing football. His scoring ability, his ability to get open, his yards after the catch ability is just immaculate. It's way too easy for this dude. I personally think that should be the Offensive Player of the Year. I'm going to push for him for that campaign. I need Travis Kelce to keep dominating every week because I need him to get that. I think Travis Kelce deserves to be the Offensive Player of the Year this year. That's just me though. But look, I got the Chiefs winning this one 33-17. All right, and for our Sunday night game, we got the Packers and Eagles. And look, Aaron, I'm sorry, man. It's just getting real hard for you week after week, man. You guys just aren't able to get it done. It's looking reul bleak for you for the rest of this season too. You play the Eagles this week, and while the Eagles have looked like they have definitely been a beatable team these last few weeks, the Packers, it's Darius Slay, man. Darius Slay is going to lock down whatever receiver the Packers think that they're going to turn into their wide receiver one this week, and it's just not going to be good for them. It's just not going to be beautiful. Maybe they can get something going in the run game. Aaron Jones can get his legs back, but I just truly can't see the Packers beating this team. Now, Jair Alexander versus A.J. Brown, it's a very intriguing matchup, but like I said, while the Eagles have looked beatable these last few weeks, the Packers just look like they have lost all their energy. I think the Titans was their best shot at actually, gaining any momentum towards a playoff run. I think they now have like a 6% chance to make the playoffs, and it's just not looking good for them. So with that being said, I got the Eagles winning this one 28-24. All right, and for our Monday night game, we got the Steelers and Colts. Now, I don't know whose idea was it to put this crap game on television, but count your days, because I don't understand why we have to watch this. But it is what it is. Now, look, TJ Watt, as much as it pains me to say, that is one of the best defensive players in football. That is honestly, in my opinion, the best defensive player in football this season. Like Aaron Donald, you're the man, you're that guy, you got your ring, you're awesome. TJ Watt, though, is an actual game changer. Dude. They're able to stay in games with Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph at quarterback whenever TJ Watt is playing the game. This guy makes such a huge impact on that Steelers team. It's just absolutely ridiculous. TJ Watt is a monster. And honestly, as long as they got him, I'm very comfortable in saying the Steelers can win this, man. The Colts don't impress me that much. They did definitely take the Eagles down to the wire, and that was very impressive. I will say that, and they'll definitely be able to do the same with the Steelers this week. But that's because Kenny Pickett's playing quarterback. But T.J. Watt's on that other end, and he's gonna make Matt Ryan, have a very long day. He's gonna put Matt Ryan in hell. It's not gonna be very good for Matt Ryan. But I am excited to see that matchup. Well, no, I'm not. Why did I say that? I don't want to watch the Steelers and Colts. Nobody does. There'll probably be some college basketball on. There'll be some better NBA games on for you to watch that night. I don't know why I said I was excited for that matchup, but I'm excited to watch I can't lie. I'm excited to watch TJ Watt play football. TJ Watt playing football is actually very entertaining. It's one of the most entertaining things you'll probably see do all day on Monday is watch TJ Watt play some football. That guy's incredible. But other than that, look, anybody else, sucks. George Pickens is actually pretty good too. He's waking up. He's honestly waking up and turning into a very good player. I'm very excited to see what these last few weeks do for his momentum and his, confidence going into the next season. But either way, I got the Steelers winning this one 20-17. All right, guys, and those are my picks for week 12. So look, let me know in the comments what you think is going to be the biggest upset of the week. What do you guys think of the Thanksgiving games? What do you guys think of the Sunday slate? What do you think is going to be the biggest blowout? Let's get a conversation going in the comments below. But be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and so much more, guys. This is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.